Sometimes you feel like a nut.
Hello farmers and welcome back to the Pacific Northwest. It is early morning, down to $114,000 from sleeping overnight. Yeah, we were at 250-ish, somewhere around there. Now we're down to 114. Harvester is already hard at work cutting down the cornfield, the one last one that we have left. That's going to go over to feed our piggies. We're going to get the John Deere working here in just a minute, plowing away, and then the Case Quadratech will follow up behind. Actually, you know what? I must get the John Deere going because it's going to take him just a few moments to get going, and then the Case Quadratech is going to have no problem whatsoever keeping up with him. Where do I need to be here? I need to be. There we go. No, we do not want the twin narrow tires on there. Get off. I don't need you either. GPS we don't need on because we're not going to be the ones doing the job. Because we got something to talk about, but there is a little bit of a problem. Yeah, it's the bale storage places that we put down. They're probably going to have to go by the wayside. Customize, yes please, thank you. So the one thing I have noticed when I customize my vehicles now with the new GPS system, it remembers that I turned the GPS off. Now Horseplay comes back on. Oh, you know what I forgot to do as well? I didn't quite let the wheel loader finish compacting that chaff overnight. I saved the game, went out of game, and rendered the video, and yeah, so I'll have to get him going as well. Not a big deal because I don't need the TMR right away. But yeah, we will get to the bale storage in a minute. I thought I was going to get right to it, then I realized, yeah, let's get this guy going. Now I forgot about the wheel loader going. Go ahead there. Now this guy is going to need to go on Horseplay because if I set him up on a hired helper, I have that problem where the hired helper sometimes doesn't turn at the end of the field and he steals all my money. I don't know what that's all about, but we'll get this guy on Horseplay working and it should be no problem. So the only problem with the bale storage is probably not going to happen for you if you're not using a modded baler like we are here in the Pacific Northwest, where our bales are 20,000 liters. If you're using a regular baler where the capacity is 4,000 liters, not a problem. Not a problem at all, I say. And what are you talking about? Well, hang on a second. Let me concentrate what I'm doing here because my brain cannot handle. No, not start course recording. Where's the one I need? Well, I need to be down here. There you go. Course generation. I'll get it right at some point. We are in field 32. Working width is 12 meters. This all looks good. Generate a course, please. That looks fine. Let me lower down the plow. I hope the plow is not on create fields. Go ahead and drive the course, sir. Alright, he is off and running. Let me go over here to the wheel loader. Let me turn on your GPS. This is not going to take long to record a course. Where are we? Oh, we're back far enough. Okay, I need to start it like right about here is good. Start course recording. Drive forward. Slow down, stop, reverse, reverse, and drive past the start point. Like right about there. Stop and drive course, thank you. Where's the speed here? Turn speed, field speed 14. And reverse speed 10. Alright, that's all good. Alright. So he is off. What compacting level we at? 42%. Not going to take him long. Alright, so let's jump on over, because you're probably wondering, well, just get to the point, Peanut, about the flipping bale point here. So, like I was saying, our bales are 20,000 liters. I put them in as 20,000 liters. The total shows up as 20,000 liters. Here is what I noticed, because I said I was going to go in the game and make it so it outputs 20,000 liter bales. I thought I did that. I tested it and it didn't work. But this is when I found out this. And it's not going to matter at this point because my bales are in here, so I'm going to get screwed. So you can see it says I got 48,000 liters of silage in here. I'm going to take out one bale, and this is going to go down to 28,000. Yeah, well, you had 20,000 liter bales. That makes sense. Spawn one pallet. See, I lost 20,000 liters of silage. And if I come over here, come on, global company here. It showed it for a little bit there. If you see it, it says 4,000 liters. It's only showing, so it took out 20,000, but it's only giving me 4,000 in the bale. I thought, all right, maybe it's all screwed up. I'm going to put the bale back in. Is it going to bring me back up to 48,000? No. It's only going to bring me back up to 32. So all the silage bales I put in here, I kind of lost. See, it went up to 32. And my bale silage pile is getting smaller. Yeah, I kind of screwed myself on. I'm glad I didn't put all of our bales in there. While I'm speaking of this, let's go in here because it's been overnight. I do need some cash. How is the barn looking? Hello, barn 120. You're not getting my silage for that. Wow. How about eggs? That's not too bad. How much money we got? 113. That is not enough to get us through the night. Not enough at all. And well, I do have. Is that canola? No, it's soybean. Soybean? Yeah, it is soybean. Okay, I do have soybean up there, and it's ready for harvest. I think I'm going to have to harvest this field in this in-game day and sell the soybean in order to get enough cash. Unless the silage at the barn happens to go up a lot today. $9.90 at Agro Wholesales. Well, that's kind of convenient. It's right there. Yeah. But I'm kind of focused. I need to be focused on these 3 fields right here today. I need to flip these over in the morning. So probably in the afternoon of this in-game day, I'll need to harvest this or sell something. I don't have the cash. That sounds weird. But really, wait, is this the last episode of the week? Yeah, this is the last episode of the week. So technically, by the time I come back in this in-game afternoon, Mercury Farms should be sold off by then. So I should have more than enough money. So let's not worry about it too much. I need to focus on this today. Yes, focus on this. So as for this bale storage, yeah, I'm really going to have to figure out the XML file and figure out. I went into spawn pallets and it says capacity 4,000. I changed it to 20,000, and yeah, I don't know. It's still coming out as 4,000, so I'll have to look into that. Yeah, I don't know. So besides that, we also got this field over here is ready for harvest, and the cotton fields are going to be ready for harvest at some point as well. So I think that gets you caught up to date on my troubles for this morning on the Pacific Northwest. So we got this field up here. Our wheat fields are already, all these, bam, bam, bam. These are all wheat, right? Wheat. Sound like a bird. Tweet, 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 tweet. Yeah, so all this wheat is going to be going into storage. We do have tons of wheat, but like I said, we're going to be here for a while. So 178,000 liters of wheat for our chickens, probably not enough. Animal-wise, how we doing this morning? Chickens got enough food. Pigs, we gained some overnight, but everything's kind of greenish. Sheep, they're still doing okay. The cows, still doing okay. And the horses, well, I'm just feeding them right now. I'm not training any horse at the moment. I have gotten lazy in doing that because you got to do it every day. While we're here, field 33, cultivate field 33. Yes, we'll accept that. Anything in field 33. Harvest field 34. What's field 34? 34 has corn in it. We're already harvesting corn. Yeah, we'll accept that. Field 35, how are you doing? Are you on here? No, why not? That's the biggest field with biggest payoffs. All right, so I got two two contracts on the go. We'll cultivate field 33 after we get done with our fields, and we'll harvest field 34 when the harvester is done with our field, which he is doing pretty good. Oh, I only got to bring the corn to the bakery? That's no problem at all, sir. All right, so what I need to do now is, well, I guess I need to let this guy go a little bit longer. Let me go ahead and grab my truck. Which way the harvester is... No, I gotta wait for the harvester to make his rounds and come around to the other side. And we'll empty him out, even though it's not going to be much, but I just want to make sure he's empty. He's not even at 80% full, so he should be able to finish his field no problem whatsoever. But we'll wait for him to turn around. Let me get out of his way, because if I get too close, I might say I'm blocking him or something. Oh, do any of these fields need lime? I didn't check on that, did I? No. Okay, needs to be plowed. Let's take that away. Nope, and nope. We are good to go. They just need to be plowed and, of course, cultivated. Did I bring my case quad over? What did I do in my case quad? Is that still sitting? Hello, how are you doing? Yeah, I'll bring over in a minute because our harvester, which I was preparing for, is actually just 80% full as I mentioned it. And I just turned off the engine. Okay, so I think we went over everything. I think what I'll do here is I'm going to obviously empty out the combine. I'm going to bring the case quad over, get him set up, get ready. Maybe I'll let him cultivate field 33 because that John Deere needs a bigger head start than that. So yeah, we'll come over here. We'll get the case quad going and we'll cultivate the field. Field 33 on that contract, get that done, while our harvester and John Deere keep on continuing working and doing what they need to be doing. Here's to hoping there's no traffic on the bridge. No. I can get around you, though. I'd rather meet you there than, well, like this guy. Alright, so he's got some scratches on his roof. He can deal with it. Oh, another one? Really? Alright, hooked up to said cultivator. Let's go ahead and finish up this contract really quick. I had no luck, as you probably saw, bringing the Seadrill back over the bridge. It seemed like every car and their friends and cousins and nieces and nephews wanted to drive over the bridge at the same time I was. So, you know, we put some nice racing stripes on the top of their roofs. In other words, scratching the top of it, obviously. But they're good. They're fine. Let me unload. How about unfold that? Yeah, I'm still trying to get used to the SideTech side panel. Yeah, my desk is not quite set up for this many pieces of equipment on here. Alright, so GPS. Let's get that situated here. Point A. Point B. Auto width. And go that way a little bit. And instead of me trying to back this thing up with an articulated tractor, that's not going to quite work. Alright, so we have modified this cultivator. If you haven't seen me use it before, usually I can cultivate a field at 19 miles an hour. Yeah, we're still at 19. So it hasn't worn out too much. So it shouldn't take me too long to do this field, hopefully. Fingers crossed. So yes, like I mentioned before, this is the last episode of Pacific Northwest for this week. And obviously on Monday we'll be back. And I'm going to put this in air quotes here, at home on Mercury Farms for the last time in FS19. Let's see, what do we got to do? Harvest. We got to harvest a sunflower field there. And then just start selling stuff, selling all we have, and see how much money we can get for the farm, and then transfer that money over here, pay off the loan. Hopefully, I'm hoping for $10 million. Can I get that? I don't know. I really don't. We don't have that much land. The land there isn't that much. But with the equipment and sheds and such, and with the milk and animals that we have, I think we can get there. I'm hoping we can, because we could really do. I mean, the other day when we paid off $1 million, $1.25 million off this loan, I thought, well, that's going to dig into our interest payments at night, and it took off what, $3,000? It's like, oh, okay, that's something. I mean, it is something. I mean, I'm not going to, stick my nose up at $3,000 at this point. I mean, you skip a week, $3,000. That's $21,000. Now that I say that, $21,000 isn't much when I can do a fertilizing contract in Field 35 for $35,000. So, but okay, I just have to look at it. I got to be a glass half full kind of a guy right now and just say it saves us $3,000. Yeah, so hopefully if we get $10 million come here, I'm not going to buy any more land at this point, because not at this juncture, because I got more than enough fields to keep us busy. Really, I should be, if I really want to get this going, I could, on these big fields down here, just hire workers and all that to take care of it, and I could be up in the upper plateau right now harvesting all those wheat fields, which would be a smart thing to do, because that would give Frank a few days to pick up that straw and do what he wants with it, which usually means bring it up to the dairy production plant, and they could use it at the bioheating. But I do need to figure out that bale storage area. Like I said, there's nothing wrong with the mod. It's because I'm modifying everything that I can to make it. I mean, the money seemed to work out fine. I don't mind paying $50,000, $100,000 for those sheds. I don't know what you guys think, but $100,000 for those sheds seems to be overpriced. I mean, basically all that shed is really doing is it's automatically stacking the bales in there for you neatly, and unloads them neatly. I mean, like I showed, I mean, we can buy the sheds just like that for like $9,000. So paying $41,000 extra to be automated to put them in and take them out, that's fine. The only thing that's a kick in my crotch right now is I put 20,000 liter bales in there and spits out 4, and I'm like, okay, so that's fine, but when I say unload one bale at 4,000 liters, you're subtracting 20,000. So yeah, the mod is, I think what the mod was seeing was when I put a 20,000 liter bale in there, it just saw it as a standard bale, but yet it showed the correct total, so I'm not sure. And it's kind of a shame, because I'm kind of hoping to use that bale storage for when I played Seasons. Obviously with Seasons, I need my bales to be undercover, because weather will deteriorate my bales. So yeah, I mean, I could obviously just use a regular shed and put them in there myself, but I shouldn't worry about that until I get my Seasons map, which I still don't have. I have 2 to 4 maps I'm looking at, but unfortunately none of those maps are released yet. So yeah, we'll have to see what happens here in a couple weeks. But I think our harvester is done harvesting the corn on the side over here. So what I may do when I finish this row is I'll make sure I empty out our harvester, and he can get over to Field 34 and he can start working on that contract. I have to make sure I empty out my trailer, because I don't want to unload his corn into my trailer and start giving him my corn, if that makes any sense. Yeah, it should. Did you follow? Yeah, I'm not sure if I'm even going to get all these fields taken care of this morning. I don't have access to this land. I have access to everything. Kind of. I mean, I could set this guy off on a worker, and I may do that here shortly, because we've done enough cultivating, which I still don't understand Steam. I have cultivated so many acres in farming, I almost said Farmers Dynasty, Farming Simulator. I still haven't got the Steam achievement. So that Steam achievement still sits there when I hit Farming Simulator, play game, and it says, hey, you got this locked achievement of not cultivating 100 acres. I'm like, I have cultivated 100 acres. Someone please help me. I have no idea. I don't think it counts, though, when you cultivate. Like, when you do a job for cultivating, I don't think it counts. Actually, I can do that right now because we're cultivating a field. So if I go in here... Yeah, so this session, cultivated hectares, 0. But you can see on Pacific Northwest alone, I have cultivated almost 100 acres. Ravenport, I've done almost 200. Mercury Farms, I haven't done much, but I've done some. And last time I went to school, that's over 100 acres, so I'm not quite sure. Alright, I need to hire a guy so I can go take care of my other equipment. And, I mean, I've done, I don't know, 1/3 of the field here. Alright, I will at least get... nope, that's the Windows key. We don't want that. Damn Windows key is right next to the Alt button. And I got fat fingers. Alright, so let's... you know what? I don't think I can have GPS activated while hiring a helper because that may screw up everything. Turn off GPS. That should be good enough. I mean, if he misses a little bit on the side, doesn't matter. As long as we get 96% of the field done, the contract will be complete. Alright, where am I? I'm in my chair. Let's head on over, empty into our trailer. I probably should have brought the truck and trailer over here, but you know what? How did you miss that little bit of a crop? It's okay. So I'm almost going to have a full trailer over here. So what I'm going to do now is, like I said, I'm going to get this guy on a worker in field 34. I'm going to head on over to the pigs, say hello, give him a little bit more corn as I try to poke a hole in my tire with my corn header. And like I said, get this guy on a worker. I'm trying to think, am I going to get that whole field into a trailer? I think so. And the extra corn we get, well, obviously, I want to feed the hogs with it, and any extra can go into the silo over there. Sound like a plan? I think it does. Progress is being made. I mean, that's an obvious statement, but we have moved along. Yeah, we're done cultivating field 33 for a contract. He is now behind us cultivating the first field that we have plowed. The John Deere has moved on to the field we just harvested. And speaking of harvesting, we're just about done harvesting field 34 for another contract. I didn't collect for the other contract yet. I just figured I'd collect them both at the same time. I have checked and seen that field 35 is ready for harvest, but no contract has come up on that yet. It better, because, you know, harvesting that field does pay quite good. And I would like, it is canola if I'm not mistaken. I would like some canola to go ahead and feed our lovely little pigs. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. So, I did bring over the corn that we harvested off our field, and the pigs took it all. I think I had something like 80,000 liters. Just shy of a full trailer, which is pretty darn good. Now, I have fought with myself also with these lower fields. I'm like, well, am I not going to fertilize them first before I seed it? And I thought about doing manure spreading and slurry injecting, digestive injecting, what have you. And I thought, no, we're just going to go ahead and reseed it. I don't know if it'll be today, but so I may change my mind. So the field is done harvested. So now I need to bring this on over to the bakery and see how much the bakery decides to take of just shy of 68,000 liters. Yeah, so you can see our John Deere is hard at work still. I'm hoping that I get not stuck with, but I hope we end up with 20,000 left in the trailer when I get done here. I would assume they're going to want at least 40,000 liters. I kind of expect they're going to want more than that. But I'm hoping I get stuck with at least 20. Make my trip over to the hog barn worth it. I did check the silo when I was over there. I said, well, let's see if I can top them off with corn. There's no corn in that silo over there, but I got 15,000 liters of corn somewhere, apparently. So, yeah, we got one silo over by where our John Deere is, plowing that, and we got the silo you start with in the game on the northern plateau. I will admit, he has made it easier to back in here than it was before in 17. Alright, how much do you require? And I'm going to watch the upper right hand corner to where it says contract complete. Alright, so I did get just about $900 and 17,000 liters. Okay, so it wasn't that far off when I said hopefully I get about 20. And I was being greedy when I said that. So let's head on back over to the hog barn. Now we are just about maxed out on corn on the pigs, but we only have 380? Is it 380? I do believe. So yeah, if we just kept with that many amount of pigs, which we're not, obviously we're going to need, we're going to have 100 more. So, but we are pretty much caught up on corn for them for a while. And it seems like if I do, I don't know, I forgot how many harvests I've done now on corn. Yep. Like I said, I thought that was a good idea, putting the feed trough right in line with the silo so I could just pull on in, but that's not working out well. You're going to take it all, aren't you? Because that's not much anyways. Yep, so they took it all, so I still don't have them maxed out on corn. But that's okay. I mean, if we go, I'll bring it to the stat page here in a sec. And wait, where are we here? They're just about there at, well, almost at 400 pigs. So I was kind of curious, since I did hire a helper cultivating our own field. It's counting that, we're up to 8.5, and yeah, I'm over 100 hectares cultivated on this playthrough. And yeah. Apparently I don't need any more badges on Steam. Come on, Steam. I don't know if it's Farming Simulator or Steam. I have no idea which one's causing that. I have no idea. I'll figure at some point it'll tick over, and I don't know. Maybe it never does. I haven't checked. Maybe there is a glitch with that. I don't know. Anyways, bring this guy. Why am I bringing this guy back over here? He's not needed over here unless I get the contract in Field 35. He's going to be needed behind us because we got our new field that we bought, Field 26, that has oats in it that need to get done harvesting. So I think for now, I'm going to park this guy. Yeah, we'll just park him over here for now. So let's go ahead into the contract page. Let's collect that and collect that. And just a quick scroll through for Field 35. Field 35, 33, and 34 are the only ones I'm taking contracts on. Nothing on the Northern Plateau whatsoever. So Field 35, nothing on yet. And how far along it? So it's only in the first stage of harvest. So I'll have to wait on that. We're doing well here, and we're doing well here. By the way, we are good to go. As you can see, we are all compacted and covered. Obviously, you can see what side the wheel loader was on compared to the other side. I also did find out, I think I mentioned in yesterday's episode with the new SATEC side panel. I said, why doesn't the bucket loader work with the SATEC side panel? It does, as we're seeing here. I just realized on the little knob that you activate when using this, there's a button on top. And now if I use it, it activates the camera. So depending on what setting I'm on the shifter, I'll call it the shifter, but it does multiple things. Yeah, a lot to learn with the SATEC side panel. A lot more buttons to learn. Keyboard, what is it? Don't know. Don't need it really anymore. So hopefully in another day or so in the game, we'll have plenty of silage to plop in here, and we can start making some more TMR for our cows. As for down here, like I said, I don't feel like I'm going to bother with fertilizing before seeding this time. We're pretty much doing that over here with a manure spreader. I thought about bringing it over here. So we got plenty of manure. I think the cows have plenty of manure. How much they got? Actually, only 31,000. That's right, because I just sold it all at the BGA. So I do have a good amount of slurry, 277. And also I got, I think, the same amount of digestate at the BGA. Yeah, pretty close to the same amount. But I don't think that's enough to do all the fields. So I'm just going to wait a little bit longer. Maybe next time we will do all fields. Since we'll only be actually running one farm in this Let's Play instead of trying to run 2 farms. We'll do some more stuff like that. I was going to say more free stuff, but it's not free. But fertilizer that we do have is free. So, yeah, this field will be ready to go. I think we're going to plant canola down into it. The pigs don't require that much more canola. As we see, they're already in the green. So, maybe I'll top them off and any extra we will sell. That's kind of my plan. Yeah, so I think that's pretty much going to do it for us for today. I'm going to let these guys finish the fields that they're in. Maybe finish all the fields, and then next week we will see the fields. We'll release the Fendt tractor, and he can see these 3 fields while we're up in the northern plateau with our 4 wheat fields and our soybean field over at Agricultural Market. Money, we shouldn't have to worry about it. We don't really have enough to pay the line of credit for tonight. But we could, because like I said, we're going to have Mercury Farms. That should be sold off by the time we come back here next week. Maybe have $10 million in the bank account, which we can then pay off $10 million on the loan. I don't think I'm going to keep much cash. And yeah, the loan payment should come down. And yeah, we do have crops to sell, milk to sell, eggs to sell, stuff to sell. But yeah, that's going to do it for today, guys. Hopefully you guys did enjoy the episode. I do appreciate you watching as always, and I'll catch you next time in the Pacific Northwest. But until then, have a good one.